others. We start this hour in the United Kingdom. King Charles has made his first public intervention in the ongoing Epstein scandal, expressing concern over allegations against his brother, Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. A Buckingham Palace spokesman stated that the King, while acknowledging the seriousness of the claims, has offered support to Thames Valley Police as they assess potential investigations. The police are considering a complaint from the anti-monarchy group Republic, which reported Andrew for suspected misconduct and breach of official secrets. The palace emphasised that the King and Queen's thoughts remain with the victims of abuse. Joining us now is Lieutenant Colonel Himanshi Singh, a Defence and International Relations Analyst, joining us live from New Delhi. Thank you very much for joining us, first of all. The public fallout is rife. There are ripples in government and the monarchy alike due to these files being released and the links that they showed to high members of the royal family and the members of government. This, however, is the first statement issued by the King after these newly released files, and he's saying that he's willing to cooperate with the police in the UK in order to aid them with any investigation in regards to his brother's connections with the disgraced financier. Does this move by the monarch signal transparency, or is it too late?
See, when a British monarch expresses profound concern, it is a serious statement, but concern is not accountability, Thomas. For survivors of abuse, concern does not bring closure, it's just the truth that comes out. So when this issue transcends to United Kingdom, it speaks of every system, where the institutions are reluctant to scrutinize their most powerful members. They are ready to cooperate because the anti-monarchy group is now very seriously reported, these concerns about the serious misconduct. But we learn that, institutions earn legitimacy through, not just through traditions, but through transparency. So how transparent they are going to be when the police goes to their doorsteps and carries out these investigations is justice has to be universal. It cannot be bending for titles whether they are royals, political or cooperate people, because the moment law pauses at privilege, democracy, and when people have some status like this, then justice is denied. So this is not an anti-monarchy argument, it is a pro-justice argument which Charles has given, if in case they are ready to willing. We already know that Epstein has visited even the Buckingham Palace and had some private meetings with Andrew when Queen Elizabeth was alive. So this raises serious concerns about the security also, and he was allowed to bring anybody whom he desired to. So somewhere, Prince Andrew has faltered a lot, and justice must remain credible and should not blind to the rank and file of truth. So in case the royal family, even, Prince William and Kate Middleton, they have also voiced their concern. But the concern will not do anything. We need some changes on the base level. Because, if you see the global implications, it actually erodes the moral leadership of such royal families, where inconsistent accountability weakens the leadership. Then these institutions are at risk, because public confidence in monarchies and democratic institutions depends on the equal application of law, which is not there. And when survivors of justice, they are put versus the elites. So many a times we see the justice fails to serve everyone equally. That is why we must understand there is a global lesson that no nation, no democracy, no monarchy can selectively argue on morality in the age of transparency. So if in case the royal families, they cooperate, we may see a lot of truth coming out. Thomas.
One of Andrew's most prominent accusers, Virginia Giuffre, made these significant public statements in 2019. Now, that's nearly 7 years ago. It's taken this release and this tranche of files to signal that the palace would be willing to cooperate with police. Of course, at that time, Queen Elizabeth was still alive. What does this say about how the royal institution has treated the severity of this situation?
See, nobody had treated this particular scandalous event of things very seriously unless it became into a hurricane. People knew about it. He was jailed earlier also, and after release from jail, he visits these elites. So somewhere, people were giving him lot of shelter. They were in gloves with him. And after so many years, 7-8 years of these things coming out, and the entire thing has actually become public very recently. So the entire furor is very recent. Before that, people were aware. See, we cannot just say that the royal families or the elite or the political centers were not aware. People in the helm of affairs were very much aware. It cannot happen that something so grossly wrong is happening in a state like USA, which boasts about its institutions, and people were not aware. So somewhere he was sheltered, and he was giving lot of things because of his privileges status. So I think expressing concern and saying, okay, fine, we'll cooperate is not the last thing. The concern must be followed by cooperation, transparency, and accountability. Otherwise, these statements will remain symbolic and not substantive. Thomas.
Do stay with us, Lieutenant Colonel Singh, as we turn over to our next story.